Welcome to topic 4 of the Career Education Moodle class. This topic is called the academic plan, or the graduation academic plan. And this is a new assignment to Career Ed. And the reason I developed this assignment is because I find that too many students enter Harrison and they either have no idea of how many credits they need to graduate, or they think they have an idea, but they're not exactly sure which classes they may or may not have gotten credit in the past. And finally, just because it's good to have some sort of direction, you need to know if you are planning on graduating and receiving your high school diploma, you need to have a plan, a way to get there. And in order to do that, it's good to have an idea of all of the classes and credits you already have completed towards your diploma and how many more you still need to complete. So this is kind of a work in progress assignment, but it is something that I'd like students to do, and you really need to start thinking about this. Now, I've talked to the office staff. When you register, they usually kind of walk through it with you, and sometimes they don't always know what you need because they may not have your transcripts when you come to register yet. But just by asking the students and also by looking at transcripts, you can usually kind of get an idea of what you need to get through the rest of your high school courses. So they're good resources to have on hand. I would always ask them, especially when you get a credit, if you can take a look at your transcript, see how many credits you have left to get and which classes those are specifically. But that's the idea here, and I'm not really strict grading this or strictly grading it. It's more of a credit or no credit, and does it make sense? Does it look like you took the time to develop a roadmap for yourself that makes sense? So there are a couple things besides this video here. We have the directions and all of the worksheet assignments that go with it, and I'll open this in a second, and then a place for you to submit your completed assignment here as well, if you plan to submit it through Moodle. So let's open this part, Graduation Academic Plan link. This takes you to a new page, and there are several resources in here. So let's take it one at a time. I have the directions packet here. I have a first and second semester calendar for you to reference. Now these calendars are broken down week by week. This makes it easy to help when you're counting hours and counting days to kind of get an idea of when you think you might be completing these classes. Again, I have a Word file for those on a PC who have Word who want to submit this digitally, complete it, and submit it all digitally. And then there's a PDF file if you'd like to print it, fill it in by hand if you just want to reference it on a device other than a computer, or maybe you just want a blank copy of it so that you could kind of fiddle around with it or use it for future reference. So let's start up here. The academic plan. This opens in a PDF as well. Now with Harrison, we're unique because most of the classes are either called or considered a 30-hour class or a 60-hour class. 30-hour would be 1/4 credit class. 60-hour class would be a half credit, or the equivalent to a regular school semester course. We've shortened our courses at Harrison to allow for quick credit recovery, which is a bonus for students, especially those who really take advantage of it and work hard and have good attendance. I want you to realize something. We've counted out, and I've done the math myself, those students who begin the school year at the beginning of the year, not a month into the year, attend all 6 hours of the day, have good attendance, and don't miss a lot, have the potential, this is a mathematical potential, to complete 9 credits in an entire school year. Now most high schools you can get up to 6 in 1 year. But because of the open structure of the way our program is, you can get up to 9. And so you should keep that in mind, and that should be your target goal. You know, we want to get you thinking outside of a regular high school setting, because even though we have to meet the same requirements, we can do it in such a more flexible way for the students that this really works out to your advantage. So to get you thinking here, I want you to put the date that you start Career Ed, because some students start it right away and some start it later. And then I'd like you to put the number of credits you've earned. If you know that, if you have a copy of your transcript, write that down. If you'd like to go ask the office, that's fine too. But I'd like you to get a ballpark number or an exact number in here, as close as you could get. And then the number of credits needed. And this is different for everybody, and it's different depending on the graduation plan that you're following. The office, again, can help you out with that. And when do you want to graduate? Are you thinking you're going to graduate this year? Do you think you're going to graduate a year and a half from now or 2 years from now? Well, something you should be thinking about. And so I'd like you to put that date on there. Now you're going to use the list of classes and that I've included here, and then the actual assignment you're completing is called the course completion plan, which is where you're going to write out all of the classes you think you're going to complete, and there's 2 columns for 2 school years. So think about that as you look through these. You'll see I've listed all of the potential classes that we offer here at Harrison Center. This may seem a little overwhelming, but you need to be aware of what's out here. Some of these classes are not required of all students. You'll see my split dotted lines here. Government 1 and Government 2 are older requirements, so a lot of the newer students don't have to take those. You'll see again in the math column, not everyone's taking pre-calculus, and not everyone's taking the simple practical math or pre-algebra classes. Those are for select students, and if you're not sure, again, this is where you could check with the office. And then a lot of our graduates do not require the electives. We've gone to that 16 1/4 or 18 1/4 credit completion system, and so electives are not necessary. And so you may not have to do anything with these either. However, all of your core language arts, social studies, science, those are required for just about everybody. Same with the math and the health, the phys ed. The world language will be only for brand new students who graduate in 2016 on up. Look at this carefully. I can help you interpret it, and so can the office if you're not sure of what you need. And then here's the course completion plan. This is what you'll be submitting. I want you to write the school year you started, so 2015, 2016, and then if you think you're going to be here another year, 2016, 2017. The idea is to get out of here in 2 years or less. Okay, with that 9 credit thought in the back of your mind, most students do not need more than that 18 total credits. It's completely doable. Usually students come over with a couple of credits. So that's why we're thinking 2 years at the most to get you in and get you out, get you graduated. So I'd like you to write the course name, the class that you are completing, and then the month and the year. So if you're going to complete Career Ed in October of 2015 because you started the class in September and it's only a 30-hour class, that's what you would do here. Let me get you an idea of how I'm coming up with this. Let's say I use this calendar here. Okay, here's school. School starts here on Tuesday, September the 8th for this school year. So each day there's 6 class hours in a day. Usually it's a Monday through Friday. So each week is a total of 30 class hours. 5 days times 6 hours a day is 30 hours that you're putting into school each week if you're here for the full schedule. So if we're looking at a 30-hour class, again Career Ed, and you start right here, well, if you work on that class 1 hour a day for the next 30 class hours, let's count this out and I'll show you how you know when you'll be done. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. So October 19th, if you do not miss a day, and it takes you all 30 hours to complete the class, is when you can expect to be done. Some students will be done faster. Some may take a little bit longer. You're not confined to that 30 or 60 hours, but this gives you an idea of where you should be completing classes. If this were a 60-hour class, we would add 30 more hours onto this. Notice we're not counting the weekends. This is only 30 school hours. And then that's how we would get our 60-hour class. Now, in some cases, you'll end up taking one class more than one time a day, or doubling up on a class. If you did that, if I took career ed twice a day, 2 hours a day, then we would only count to 15, because it'd be 15 days times 2 hours per day. So it'd be 2 here, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So you could expect to be done between the 16th and the 17th. We would hit our time frame there, because we'd be working on this 2 hours a day. But you get the gist of it. So these calendars help you count, and it goes here's for first semester, and there's another one in for second. It can be kind of confusing, so please make sure that you're asking for help or verification, or if you need help with the math and the counting. I've done this a bunch of times, and I've helped a lot of students through this. But it's a good thing to have. This plan is something I'd like students to hold on to from the time you make it till the time you graduate. Because without it, you've got no roadmap. You have no direction. You're not sure where you're going. This gives you direction. It gives you an idea of what it's going to take to graduate when you want to graduate. So put thought into this. Don't just blow it off as even though I'm not grading it strictly, this is for you more than it is for me. This could be a very valuable assignment, and it could really help jumpstart your school career here at Harrison. So ask questions if you need help. We're going to work through these together because it is a new assignment, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this plays out and the success that it offers students. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.